Scott's always so serious in that. He's such a fun dude. This one I like better.
You like this one?
I do.
Information about this and other shows, visit frogpants.com. Audio program so good, it's like you're there.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
He's an excellent Foley artist. Titles?
Titles? I thought you'd never ask.
Well, the top is Ryan's Law, followed up by 75% of 4 is 3. Will this DTNS be your Final Fantasy? Sounds like a Billy Ocean song. Okay,
Get
Skynet.
out of my cast.
Xamarin, gonna give it to you. You know that word actually just looks like a drug, like a prescription drug.
Xamarin may cause cross-compatibility.
It might bite you and claw at your eyes. Developers. Dash it out. Will cable block Ryan's Law?
Do you have any that you like, Roger?
Well, there's one that says Jenny J23 yells, "Stop the presses, stop the presses," but that doesn't apply to anything we've. I mean, it does, but it's Ryan's Law. I mean,
my problem with calling it Ryan's Law is usually when it's like Megan's Law or something. It has to do with somebody dead.
Yeah, I mean, like I this was also like
the number of votes keep going up.
I mean, number one, also, this is one of the things that I love the most about Tom's news sensibility is that he is always one to, and I am saying this, not Tom, to pull things outside of the Bay Area circle jerk, not only in the news coverage, but also in the coverage of the coverage, the meta inside,
Super inside baseball.
So it's like, listen, this is called Ryan's Law, because the TechCrunch writer and friend of Ryan called it Ryan's Law. He's quoted in the thing. That's obviously a part of the reason why this came up. But it's like, and I don't want to get too into it because again, I think it's really funny and rad that Ryan's mentioned in it, right? But it's
yeah, absolutely.
But this dude is like, Chuck Schumer has made a career of this, of finding trending topics effectively and then holding news conferences and introducing legislation based on things that people know about. So it's like, I don't know whether or not, it's really great to be like, oh, it's Ryan's Law. Because like you said, Tom, it almost devalues the idea that most of the time this is used, it's for some horrifying thing.
Yeah, it's a horrid tragedy that happened to a young girl or something. CortanaOS is pretty good. I like that.
There was something with something God. Who will be the voice of God? Let me see.
Oh, Cortana will be the voice of God.
Which will be the voice of God?
Which will be the voice of God?
Which
none.
Silverblade had no votes. I will vote for it.
None shall stand before us. We could actually go with that.
It has a very
bound by democracy.
We're here to represent it, not practice it.
We're a republic. Is that?
What was it? No, that was a line from
Crimson
Tide.
Oh, okay.
Where he says to I don't remember any actor's name. It's so bad.
What
the
should
guy
we call
talks
it,
to the other
Justin?
guy.
I have to put a name in right now.
For what? Oh, for title?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which will be the voice of God?
You in, Justin?
Yeah. No, I like that.
All right.
Do I?
I'm gonna go CortanaOS if you don't.
No, CortanaOS. Go with CortanaOS.
All right.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm always on the side of boring titles. I like boring. I think boring titles because
they're ironic.
I think that funny titles are funny. Like as soon as you hit return and make it the title, from then on it goes through an entire life cycle of being a useful thing where people can remember to find things.
Hey, and that's why that's the beauty of DTNS having different contributors every day. Thursdays can have the character of boring titles. The people go, you know what I really like about Thursdays? It's boring titles.
Boring ass titles.
You can always tell it's Thursday.
Because there's a born title going down.
Because there's a title that I know exactly what the show is about.
When I want plain mayonnaise on top of my vanilla ice cream wrapped in a cone of white bread, this is Thursday.
Cone of Wonder Bread. Can I get the Wonder Bread cone? Thanks.
I totally screwed up and didn't get tickets for Captain America Civil War early enough. And now, now all the good Draft House seats are gone.
No. Were you gonna see, are you trying to see that at an opportune time?
This is this is a segment I like to call Relatable Problems.
Man, so there was a guy, it could have been a girl, I don't know, dressed up as an Easter bunny at the farmer's market on Sunday. And I got the best, like I was just taking a Snapchat of it just because. And I got this just moment of the bunny who had been posing with a guy, just kind of like leaning away from him and patting him on the back and nodding. And I was like, man, Easter Bunny's so relatable. You just get him. He gets you.
He does.
He understands. He doesn't want to be in that suit.
Easter Bunny, a man of the people. A bunny of the people.
You know, the weird thing about the Easter Bunny is that they tend to be... Is there a more gangly, non-human holiday creature?
Right. Like traditionally, the Halloween's just a squash.
Yeah,
right?
Halloween everything.
Or a ghost.
Right.
Skeleton.
Fat. Turkey fat.
Skeletons
Santa Claus is fat.
So it's like if you were going to dress up like a holiday mascot.
No, there is. It's July 4th when you have Uncle Sam. He's a pretty gaunt-looking dude.
Oh, okay.
No, non-humans. We're looking at...
non-human. Okay. Right. So a skeleton's out because a skeleton is a human skeleton.
Yeah. No. Because you'd be an animated skeleton, and at that point you lose your humanity because you're being controlled by presumably dark.
It's pretty gangly then.
Yeah, but that's like. But all right, so I guess what you're going black bodysuit with.
You just want to if you want the Easter Bunny to be it, just say it.
I'm generally brainstorming.
I can't think. Are you looking for? Because every time I think of the Easter Bunny, I actually don't think of a guy in a suit on two legs. I think of
there actually aren't that many non-human holiday mascots, to be honest.
So what you have like Baby New Year, but that's human, right? Yeah. So
Santa Claus is humanoid. Leprechauns are humanoid. I guess they're not human though.
Not human though.
Right.
Chinese New Year, but that's more of a dragon.
Yeah.
A dragon.
Dragon's good.
Well, depending on what animal you pick or what the zodiac is for that.
Right.
Yeah. You have a Guy Fawkes Day. That's British people. They're not human.
That's a guy. I mean, that's literally the guy.
And a fox with his teeth.
And a fox. Can we push to make a fox the mascot of
That's
Guy
what I
Fawkes
used to think it was when I was in grade school.
Remember the 5th of November and tip your fox.
Yeah, remember the fox of
the fox of November.
I mean, they did it with Robin Hood for Disney. They should be able to do it for him.
I would love if that became a big thing, and everybody would just get so angry.
Were you
It's not spelled F-O-X.
I know.
Don't you know?
You're ruining the reason for the Guy Fawkes Day season, which was against treason.
4th of July bald eagle, maybe?
The reason for the treason.
The bald eagle. I remember there was Uncle Sam for the '84 Olympics, but that wasn't a holiday.
Oh, the eagle, yeah.
Uncle Sam, he was our mascot. Right. I think that was the only one, at least in the U.S., that I think made money during the course of the event.
Thought it was the Salt Lake City one made money.
Did it? I thought that was a whole controversy.
The LA one still lost money.
Well, I thought the LA one made money because they didn't have to build any of the venues. They were already built for the previous Olympics that they did in the 30s.
Scott always says that the Salt Lake Olympics ended up making money. But
cost of the Olympic Games. Profit and loss. 1984, the Sarajevo Winter Olympics made $10 million. The Los Angeles Summer Olympics made $250 million. The Calgary Winter Olympics made $32 million. The Seoul Summer Olympics made $300 million. Barcelona Summer Games made 10. The Atlanta Olympics made 10 million. And the Salt Lake City Winter Olympics made 101 million.
And that covers the cost of overhead of building the stadiums and employee and all.
Yeah, it was total cost for Salt Lake was 1.2 billion. Taxpayer breaks were 600 million, and it made 101 million. And it notes here in Wikipedia that additional security costs were incurred in the wake of the September 11th attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Jesus! Do you want to know what the Athens Summer Games lost?
How much?
$5 billion. A lot.
It lost U.S. dollars 14 to 15 billion.
Ow.
With a B.
Well, isn't that coincidental? Didn't Greece owe exactly that much in the Euro crisis?
Oh my God. The cost of the 2004 Athens Summer Games has been cited as a contributor to the Greek government debt crisis.
Yeah.
Many of the venues lie vacant and rotting. The independent newspapers reports as many as 21 out of the 22 stadiums built for the games still sit unused.
Oh, that's so sad. And that's the cradle of the Olympics too.
Well, and that was the thing, is they really wanted, because that was a big anniversary, right?
Yep.
They wanted to have it there because that was where it started, when really it's like, no, don't do that to them.
Yeah. They should have had it on Mount Olympus. That's where it really started.
The Beijing Summer Olympics made 146 U.S. And we are still figuring out the rest of it. But I would not be shocked if... well, I guess Rio's not necessarily in terrible shape because they went back-to-back on the World Cup and the Olympics.
Yeah, but Rio's got its own issues, apparently. Yep. So
outside of the money and the sewage.
Yeah. And the
Brazilian real.
Charges against Rusev. Well, not against Rusev, but pretty much everyone.
Let's just say there's a lot of political machinations right now, and I'm sure anything that blows
Lula.
that kind of Lula that exploits the Olympics in Rio and any kind of political gain that can be had will be had, and it may or may not be good for people who are attending.
Well, listen, folks, I got to get out of here and appear with Becky Worley on Tech News Today later today. So that's what I'm going to do.
Woohoo!
What are you going to do?
I'll tell you what. I think that's great. I'm going to be watching you and the Warden, Becky Worley.
Talk to you later, folks. Thanks for watching.
Bye.